Okay, we're live.
Awesome. So welcome everybody to Clarity Based Marketing, Miss Jannis Paulk, and I'm Dr. John Rothwell, Doctor of Nursing Practice, Advanced Practice Registered Nurse. And we're here with Outside the Box 2020. And it is, wow, it's the end of October.
I
And I
know.
think the other day you sent me, we've been talking, not
Yeah.
weekly, but almost weekly since like
Almost.
April 2020,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
amazing. And so I'm just truly grateful that you take time out of your profession and your market to invite me on to talk to members of the community about whatever, and that whether it's still in physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, or financial health, we kind of hit on it. Now, I know today we're both kind of in a hurry, so I'm going to kind of take the lead because we're
Okay.
in, we've been talking about men's hormones, and so we talked
Yeah.
about testosterone and all the things that goes with testosterone. But what we really didn't hit is, men don't realize that they could actually have excess estrogen. And so when we think estrogen, we usually think of a female hormone. And so I'm going to kind of run through just a couple things with estrogen because estrogen or excess estrogen could lead to thyroid disease, blood clots, heart attacks, strokes, breast cancer, and these kind of things. And so looking at your estradiol for men is extremely important. And so the only
Really?
thing and so what typically drives men is they end up having breast, or, they're not able to get their significant other pregnant. And so infertility and those kind of things often drive men to check what their estrogen is. But, it's not something that the everyday man kind of
No.
thinks about.
I never
So,
even thought of that. Never crossed my mind.
well, look, there's a few things we can do to lower our estrogen.
Mhm.
And one of those things is limiting, animal byproducts, having a Mediterranean type diet, losing excess body fat. And that's kind of a tough one. I kind of tease Nola, another doctor of nursing practice here in our practice, that my estrogen's a little high. And it's bothered me. It's really messed with my mind because my testosterone is okay, but my
Yeah.
estrogen's high. And so I got this little pooch, and, guys kind of, the man bod thing. I'm kind of little less than the normal man bod because I don't
Yeah.
drink alcohol, but I got that little bit of man bod going on, and I can't lose that even when I'm in good shape. And she's like, look, you need to exercise and have resistant training to increase your testosterone and your free testosterone. And then you need to eat more cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, right? Eat more broccoli.
What else?
Um,
What else? Some people don't like broccoli. What else?
oh gosh, a fiber rich type diets, right?
Okay. Okay.
So anything that's high in fiber, your berries, fruits, raspberries,
You can Google
blackberries,
that.
blueberries,
Fiber rich diet. Google it. Or
fiber rich
Mediterranean
diet.
diet. Google it.
Yep.
Do
Mediterranean.
that. That brings the
Limit.
estrogen level down in a man.
Yes.
Okay. So we're
Yes.
just talking about
And it,
men right now.
and yes, but in women as well.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
limit refined carbs and processed foods. Now, I'm big on this code, so I kind of
Yes.
predominantly have a clean diet. We eat about 85% paleo in my household. So
Hmm.
we eat good carbs like root vegetables, but we don't eat really any processed foods or foods with preservatives. And then limiting alcohol intake, right? So the holidays are coming, and this
Yeah,
is
that can be hard.
that can be hard. And so I'm actually getting ready to write an article in Merritt Island now regarding just do gooder, right? So we're kind of looking at
Do
progress, not
gooder.
perfection,
I
right?
love it. Do gooder.
Um, do gooder. In
Yeah.
other words, eat your pumpkin pie,
Yeah.
but have a have a sliver of pumpkin pie,
Instead of
or
like a chunk.
have a couple bites of pumpkin pie. A
Yes.
couple of years ago when we started this journey, we used almond flour to make our crust. So, and then
Nice.
pure pumpkin, and then we used coconut milk or coconut cream to make our whipped topping.
Hmm.
So it
Little
still
changes.
allowed you little changes, yeah. And
Yeah.
though
You taught me
so
that.
there's stuff that you totally can do. And so from an estrogen perspective, there's just little changes you can do. So increase your fiber intake, your berries, your broccolis, your cruciferous. If you kind of, what's a good way? How do we spell cruciferous?
I don't know. I knew you were going to say something like that.
So
And I'm a really good speller. I'm a word girl. I don't know.
It's CRUCIFEROUS vegetables, right? And so if you just kind of do that, that's your bok choy and broccoli and Brussels sprouts and cabbage, cauliflower. For us Southern folks, we like our greens, and so that's your collard greens, your kale.
And that will bring estrogen levels down.
Yes.
By
So that will help. And then sometimes you might have to talk to your primary care provider about using a product called DIM, and that and basically that's a supplement that is made from cruciferous vegetables, and to lower that. And so it works for some people, not everybody. I've kind of changed brands a little bit because I didn't think one brand was working for me. So we're kind of in that experimental phase to see how this next brand works to lower it. But I think it's probably my lack of exercise in resistance training. My last rugby tournament, I have a partial rotator. Well, it's not rotator cuff, but I have a partial tendon tear in my shoulder, and so doing weight training is not something that I'm looking forward to because of pain. So.
Sure. So let me ask you a question. At what point should a man get those hormones checked? Like, is there an age, or is it like symptom based, or, what's your recommendation for when a man should go get that kind of workup?
Great. So it depends on, every man's different. So your primary care provider should listen to their patient. At the age of 50, we typically see a sharp decline in testosterone and other hormones, just like women do. However, I have a number of patients in their 20s that have high estrogen and lower testosterones, and they're having a hard time having babies. Some of that is because they're on antidepressants. Some of that is because of depression. A lot of it is everybody's playing video games at that age. So get off your ass and get outside and do some work.
You can't say ass on here.
Well, it means donkey.
That's all great advice, though. It's all really good advice. I never thought about the effects of estrogen in men's health. Nobody ever talks about men's health anyway, but I never thought about estrogen. We all have all of that.
So men have feelings too.
What?
I tell my wife the reason why I cry at the Doritos commercials is because I have too much estrogen.
Oh my gosh. Maybe it's just because you're human and you have feelings. You're a nice guy. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. We'll blame it on estrogen. Hormones. Hormones. Well, cool. Well, those are all really great pieces of advice. We're going to wrap in less than 10 minutes today. How about that? We're like at 8 minutes and 40 seconds, and we're going to wrap this joker by 10 minutes.
Cool.
Okay.
At least we're not talking about sex.
No, we are not. I specifically asked for us not to talk about that today.
Well, listen, I do have a patient here, but I just wanted to, again, thank you so much. And if you have any more questions on, men's health, I don't know what we're going to talk about here, in the coming weeks, but there's a lot of different topics that I think you've had people talk to you about. And but feel free to, follow me on Island DPC on Instagram or Island DPC on Facebook. You can email me at john@islanddpc.com, for questions. Obviously, I can't give medical advice, only to my patients, but we can have discussions about the topic, what's going on, and where you can find a resource that can help you. At the end of the day, for me, it's about helping members in the community and growing awareness across the spectrum when it comes to holistic healthcare, not just sick care.
And I appreciate you so much for being here. And in the description of the video, there's a link to your website, so people can get to your website, and from there they can get to your social media or directly to you. And I'll see you next week, same time, same place. Yes.
Same time, same place.
Awesome. Thanks again. I appreciate you so much. And feel free to leave a question or comment. He's really good about coming back and answering those. So thanks for being here. Thanks for watching.